Good evening, everyone. This is Paula, and I'm here today to start on my design team project for Tracy Fox from Love Junk Journals on Etsy. And I got this delivery of something I ordered out of Russia. And I was very happy with it, by the way, but I was even happier when it came in this unique folder. Now, it's not super strong, it's not outrageously expensive, but I thought, how much fun would that be? And I'm not going to tell you yet what I'm making out of it, but we're going to collage it today with Tracy's new kit, Scrappy Seasons. Okay, so it has paper and or pages, and it also has ephemera. So I love that Tracy jumped out there and made some beautiful colors. But when you think about seasons, you don't think of them together. So I kind of came up with a thought on how I could do that. And I challenged myself. So this has these three fold lines, and I'm trying to make it fold the way it would look the best, but we just have to see what it does, you know. What can I say? You never know. We'll just have to play with it and see what I come up with. So first, I thought we would lay it on its stomach, on its tummy. Ooh, it's warm in here. I've got those new lights, and ooh, I'm going to turn my fan on. Please forgive me. It's not super loud. Okay, so I want to make sure I'm in the right space. Now, on here, I know a lot of you have already seen this kit. I mean, it's been about, I'm sure, and so I did decide on which pages we're going to go where in my collage portion. And I've inked those as well. So we're going to start on the front. And anything you put on the bottom, you want to make sure that anything you put on the bottom is going to be glued down first. Like, you can tell I'm gluing this down because it still has the white around the edges. And so I'm gluing it straight down on these folds. And it's not perfect. It's not going to be square, probably. It's kind of like almost everything else that we do. Even like the projects my husband has done in the house. Can't every time count on it being square. Or most of the time. Whichever way you want to look at it. So I am going to put, I need to put something under that so it doesn't glue my table any more than necessary. I know, we're supposed to be able to use it, but it takes the top texture off if I get glue on it. It's crazy. I'm like, no, we're not going to put holes in it. I already have a couple now because I didn't know it would do that. Crazy thing. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my glue down here because we're going to put glue on this anyway. Now, I hope you guys have had a great day. I have been all over the place. I'll tell you about that sometime. But I thought I'd start this. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it at this, you know, they probably won't be back to back. I don't know. I still need to do a flip through of the cardboard journal. I call it that because it's hard to believe it whenever you work on it that it's cardboard. And I had a good quality cardboard, but it would work on any of the cardboards, I believe. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and glue this, flip this over and glue it down so we don't have problems with it drying on us. Of course, you know, it's not going to lay perfectly straight whenever you first put the glue on. And, you know, this is going to have a little bit of a border of this white, but I'm going to go back through and I'm going to ink it. I inked the paper, and I thought, well, we'll ink the other too at some point. So I'm going to put this under here rather than on the paper, because I want to make sure it gets plenty of glue. And also on the folds. And you want it to get on the edges. So anything that crosses around is fine. It's fine to be there. I'm going to put glue over this way just in case we have that happen. Some of them will, some of them won't. But we'll just see what happens. You just want to push it, you know, the direction that you started laying the glue. As you can see, I didn't trim two sides of this with my tear tool because those are going to be covered up, I decided. If I can remember what it's supposed to look like. That there's not a super good chance of that. My memory these days. Okay, so that's the first page. Now, the second one, trying to remember how I did it. The second one is this page with the other butterfly. I just thought since it's still summer, we don't have to jump into fall, right? And I loved all of Tracy's floral pages. They could be spring, they could be summer. I did kind of notice the difference, but that's okay. It is okay. So this is, I've been excited all day to get this done. I kind of came up here and prepped my pages a little bit. Ran out of time because we had to leave. And then it's time to go. And then we come home. I'm exhausted. I'm frustrated. Don't ask me why. But anyway, I survived it. And I'm facing everything up toward me. But you can turn it any direction you want. So, kind of rubbing it up and out and over. And really, none of it's going to look perfectly matched, okay? It's going to be very hard to do that. Because, you know, I have 2 pages of each. But the other one is going to be for the part that we haven't started yet. So here we go. And as you see, this is going to be rolling around this fold, which is going to be nice. And we'll see what that gives us when we're done. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. I don't think I've done the back yet. I don't think I folded it for the back. I may have, but I'm not sure. So, let me think. Let's see. Those are, I guess I did. I guess I did. Maybe. Don't you love it when people do you like that? Okay, I'm going to let it dry before I do the big fold. Doesn't want to, it's got an air pocket in it, so I'm going to try to bring it up. Nope, I'm not going to try to bring it up because it's going to tear if I do. It's going to be underneath anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this next part over into the big picture. But we're going to go ahead and start off of this side here and see what we can get from that. Now, we do have this blue, which I thought would look pretty right here, you know, because it will roll around too. So it's not how I had it planned, but we're going to do it that way because I took the pictures on my phone and I'm recording with my phone. It's been that kind of day, guys. You know, where you do the dumbest things. I don't have that many of those days, but when I do. So you guys tell me what you've been doing this summer. And if you went on vacation, where you went. And I know so many people did. Not me. I was recovering from foot surgery. Still recovering from foot surgery. I can walk now, but it's not the same walk, if you know what I mean. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see. I think I want to put it all the way up to the edge of the flap. Now, we'll just have to see how this turns out. See, it's going to be a little short, but I can always run it around to this side. Anything can overlap anything. You just want to make sure you've got your rough edge on whatever's on the top. Okay. That's exciting. Now, I thought I had this bird one. Let me try something different. I think I want to do this first. Right here. Yeah. Because it has some of that same blue in it. And I will come back to the back and finish the middle section as soon as I finish the front section. Because if I run out of paper, I can always do the back section off camera. Now, I can't promise you that this is going to be start to finish, you know. I really cannot. There's reasons that I can't talk about right now, but you just have to stand by and you'll get to see a lot of it. Okay, so we're going to put this over here. Go ahead and put the blue edge out toward the front and wrap it around. Let me get up there where you can see better. All right, so as you can see, we've got these flaps here that have to be covered as well. So I'm gonna do the top one first and then I'll push it up and we can do the bottom one. Now I've actually had some papers that I wanted to use on those, but now I don't know what I did with them. Yes, you heard me. I don't know what I did with them. Here's this. This can go on one of them. But I need it to face that direction. So why don't we put this one here? Let me see what else I got. I know there's several. And then we have this one that has that weird bug. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm taking a chance. Okay, this one is turned sideways. That's the only thing about that one. So we'll save that for the front. Let's see what we got here. I've also got this one. Now, it's not big enough. Not by itself. So I'm going to put this one on, and I do have, I'm going to have to use these. I want it to look nice. So there's that one. Let's go ahead and put this one on. Okay. I haven't collaged, I feel like, in forever. It's really relaxing. Come on, don't stick. That's the reason you don't put your glue on your book pages, because you will mess up something. So I'll get that off when it dries a little bit. Okay, I can get that off my fingers now. Okay. Get up there, silly. I like that. I like the way that turned out. So I think for this bottom portion, we could, the opposite, this fold over part, I don't know what to call it, folder. Okay, so I want to take my tear tool, if it's long enough. That one's not long enough. You would know, right? Here. I copied something backwards the first time I copied it, and it reminded me real quickly that you don't mess with it. So what I'm going to do is cut it where that ends up in the picture. My hands are really weak. Have you guys ever had trigger finger? It's not a fun thing, I will tell you that. And I have a severe case of it. That's the words my doctor used on me back in Oklahoma. Paula, your trigger fingers are severe. You don't need to wait. You've got to get them taken care of as soon as possible. Almost makes you think like your brain's gonna fall out or something if they say you have to take care of it as soon as possible on your brain. We would be a little more quick to do it, right? Well, I need to because of the things I love to do. And I don't mess around with my hands. So, but it's okay. Now, I think we will do this. That's crazy thing, still not long enough. Urgh. I think I like the flowers down here. So, where'd my tear tool go? I'm using this older one because it actually doesn't hurt my hands like the other one. Don't ask me why. Doesn't make sense. This I know. But just doing the edges because I know Tracy loves the look of inking. I do as well. I'm just lazy and don't do it all the time. But mostly on anything I'm going to put in my shop, I do. All right. Now let's glue it down. Luckily, it's on my left hand, and it won't keep me from painting. I've got to do some painting pretty quick and have it ready by fall. Okay, here we go. Let's get back here as far as we can so everybody can see, or at least I hope you can. Okay, let's do it right up to here. And this is going to cover those little areas. I didn't want it to cover too much on these parts, for sure. I'm looking here. Okay, this is, it's got a rose on it. So, but it's gonna have to go over this. Look, I don't like that. This thing is crazy. I don't want to do that. Okay, so I'm going to cut this other piece of paper. And it's going to come down under here. So, got to cut it right there. Not going to be flowery, but it will at least I don't like to piece things, but that is what collaging's about, isn't it? Okay, so here we go. Let me get some glue on here. And we will be done with the back for now, and we can move on to the front. Yeah, now I gotta do something with this. It can't stay like that. You agree? So I'm just going to put something that won't be obvious right there. Okay. Okie doke. Well, that helped a lot. I want it to look as covered as possible. All right, now we're going to fold these forward. I'm sorry, I just ran over the phone. I'm going to trim this off. Even though I did everything else with the ragged edge. Okay, so I'm going to fold this in just so we can get a look at it and see what I was talking about. I'm going to get my Tim Holtz ruler. I like to use it because it helps you to, you know, it helps you a lot when you start creasing things that you've scored, you know. So I'm doing it on the bottom one here first. Then I'm going to do the second one. And I'm scoring where it thinks it's going to be the leader. I don't even know who's going to be the leader. So I'm going to get my scoring tool. See if I can get this to lay down enough that I can crease it. It is not going to fold without giving you a difficult time as far as the paper being on here. Now, we did that first line also, and I forgot to bring it in and score it. So let's do that. And we're going to have little edges that are going to end up, you know, fraying and needing more glue, and we can do that. We'll do it all at once, or as I see them, either one. Depends. Okay, and so we've got the bottom one done and the second one from the bottom, the middle. And I'm not doing anything with the top one. I'm going to let it be the top. It's going to take some scoring multiple times. Okay, and so on this side, we're going to do the same sort of thing. Get my score tool over here. Okay, so we're going to do the first one first, or the bottom one first. Well, okay. When you do this and your glue is still wet, you got to be very careful, or you'll just tear it. Because it, you know, it doesn't feel as strong as most things like this, or most folders. Okay. Come on. Now it's getting stronger. I'll just tell you that. Much stronger. I'm sorry if you can't see completely. This thing is big. I'll tell you how long in just a second. It is, without the folds, it is 12.5 inches tall. And it is 8.5, almost 9. It's kind of right there. Okay, so we're folding the bottom one up. We're folding that one up, and we're not doing anything with the one on top, okay? It's going to be the flat one. Now, I haven't decided yet if I want to do like this, or if I want it on the outside. That all comes later. And I'll secure all the papers. And so before we close those two, we got to do these two. I forgot. Crazy woman. Okay, here we go. Well, all my grandkids have gone back to school, and they all looked precious in their back to school picture. Of course, Charlie, he did a serious one. He had to start wearing glasses, and he can't see, you know, the chalkboard, so he wasn't doing as well. And finally, we figured it out. It was glasses, and so he looks like Harry Potter. I've never seen anyone look like Harry Potter. He dressed up like him Halloween last year. Yeah. And he was so cute. But this year, he's not trying to be him. And he looks like him. So cute. Those big old glasses on his little face. He's doing really well. You guys, you know, I told you last year that they didn't want to let him come to school because he didn't know absolutely anything as far as school went, because he was always in the hospital. He did go to preschool, but most of the time he didn't participate. But we're hoping that he got a little bit out of it, you know. So he went like 3 times a week or 2 times a week or something like that. Anyway, then we're going to do this one. Then we'll have those all folded up. And we may have to do it again, you know, as we add to the back. Anyway, he just looks so cute. But he also had to do a monster picture along. He said, Mama, I want to be a monster picture. She said, you have to do the good picture first. Well, if you want to call it good. You know how they do that fake smile at that certain age. But you know what? When he grows up, that's going to be what makes it look so cute. Oh, stay there. Okay. Okie doke. Let's go. No, we want this top one. This is the harder one to convince to lay down. Okay. Okay, so there we go. That is how it's gonna, I'll finish the back at some point, but I won't mess with it on camera because it's just gonna be covered up with whatever. Okay, so this is how these two go in, okay? And then you're really supposed to push it up and make it all work, but this still on the bottom sticks out a little bit, and this goes over it. Now, you could put it on the outside if you wanted to, but I don't think I do. It's going to be just like that. And then this will go over here. And I'm going to put a tie through it and wrap it around the outside. Well, my butterflies, they're not going to show. But that's okay, because we're going to put other things. We're going to, you know, put some things on here. Some ephemera or something. I don't know what yet. So now what we have to do is the sweet inside. So let me wipe this or take this off of here. So if we're doing the inside, we need to decide. Oh, here is what I decided to use on the inside. Wait a minute, I've got it upside down. No, I don't. No, I just have this upside down. Maybe both of them. It doesn't matter. It really does not matter. You should go all different directions when you're doing a collage. But we're going to say this is the right side up, okay? And we're going to bring this over to this side. Right in here. And up against that bottom line. But before we glue this one down, we're going to get some paper to put straight across here. I don't think any of it's long enough, sadly. I thought I had. I might do this just to continue over. That would look nice. Cover up that tear right there. And hook it down here on this side. Yes, right there. We can't play or piddle too long. I don't want you to miss any more than necessary. So all of this is going to go down. And then we've got this one and this one and this one. Which, you know, no, here's another one we've got. So I'm going to put this one under here. I may turn it a different direction. Who knows? And the same here. Go underneath. And Yeah, I still need to add a little bit of something on this side. So we'll put the 2 flaps in, and then we'll come back and do these. And then we'll move from there. I don't know why this one, I must have missed inking it because it's definitely not inked. Yeah, I don't want these to go over the other one. This is what I call large collaging. I really just want to cover this. But if it can turn out looking like a collage, that's even better. Okay, so we've got this here. And I know I have some smaller pieces that we can put in different places. So we'll put that one there. I'll go ahead and put the glue on there, and I'm going to move it where you can see it. Just 1 second. I didn't think I'd be working on a project that's bigger than my area. And really piecing it together, doing whatever you need to do, overlapping. You know, I'm just trying to overlap where it looks nicer than ordinary. Let's see, why don't we do it like this? Yeah, I like that better. Okay, now, let's do it like this. Whoopsie. I think using the collage glue stick is harder for me than using just a regular glue. Don't ask me why, but I feel like it is. Now, I'm not worrying about anything but getting this glued down right now. Give it some time to dry. Yeah, I'm going to cut this little edge off. Okay, now we're going to do the other side. So I'm going to turn it around. All right. Let's see. I think I'm going to put this like this. Kind of make both of those match each other, even though they don't have to. Okay. Let's put this in here. Yeah. All right. It gets faster as you do more. I honestly sat down here really not with much direction other than putting Tracy's paper on here because I like it and I wanted to use it right away. I missed a few little videos when I was so sick, but can't control how your body likes life. Mine doesn't like it very well. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and take some of this on the edge off, just in case I need it. You never know. For little things like, you know, fixing. Oh, well, great. Butterfly. Just showing yourself, aren't you? Okay, so that is going to be covered up. So I'm not going to worry with that. anyway, I guess tomorrow I will try to do the flip through of the little book made out of cardboard. It's a Chunky Monkey. I don't know that I ever make anything that's not chunky. And, yeah. So, I did the ephemera somewhat different, and it still has a few things that I put in my books, but mostly I just did it different. It does have some pink and burgundy in it because that's the main colors, and some green. Okay, here we go. Let's get up here on top of this. Make sure your paper goes all the way up. My husband has started working on it has an old living room in it that we're turning into a bedroom. And we have a bed in there right now. My sister sleeps on the main level. And I don't want her to fall. So, anyway, let me see where I had the front to start with. Okay, this is, oops, I am so sorry, guys. Beating you guys up or something. Okay. All right, so now we're going to cover this inside. And I'm trying to hit it, you know, pretty well with covering it up this way. Just put 2 sheets across the middle, just like that. And then do the same thing, only I need to cut a big section off down here with my trimmer, with my tear tool. Where my fingers are having problem is it's making it very, I don't know if you can see the swelling right here and the swelling of my finger. It is insane. This finger and this finger. It's so swollen. Well, compare it to this one. You can see the difference. See how wide it is? When it locks, if I bend it and it locks, it is excruciating to unlock it. I know, crazy, right? Okay, so I think I'm going to put this one down here in the middle. I don't know if I'm going to bring any of them up to the side. I could, but I think I want to cover this portion. So we'll do it right like this. So anyway, my husband is putting in a wall, finally, for the bedroom. It's going to have a door across from our bedroom door. They're going to be equal in size, and they're going to go across to each other. And then it's going to have a coat closet on the entry portion, and behind it, it's going to have a closet. We'll see. I bought 2 beautiful chairs. They're vintage to go in my entry. Oh my goodness. They're so beautiful. I can't wait. I told him he had to build the wall around my chairs. Measure. He had to prove it to me. Because I wanted it like that, you know, since we bought the house. It's all I could imagine was having it with those 2 chairs. And they're vintage, and they're just in great condition. Almost perfect. But anyway, he just kind of looked at me and he goes, well, we can't go any further back because we will cut into the window. I said, oh, we won't. I'm going to have the window too. We're going to just do it as close as we can. So that's what we're trying to do. And he was talking about it wouldn't fit. You know, the window wouldn't fit, or the curtains or something. He wasn't making any sense. Well, he was talking about the rods. The rods have like oh, they're ugly, a 6 to 8 inch big thing hanging out on the end. Yeah, it's going to get new rods anyway. But it does have vintage curtains. And they're really pretty. All sheer and lace and all that good stuff. One of these days, I'm going to do a video of my craft room. It's its own little story. I got to get it in some kind of order before I do that, though. Okay, that's looking pretty good. And then we'll put this one right here all the way up. And we ought to be set for the center part. And we can do the same thing with this one and just put our glue on here. Okay, nothing dry, please. Let's get this on before you do that. Now let's do this. We want to bring it down as low as we can so we don't have to mess with trimming it from up here. I hope Tracy likes this when I'm all done with it. Well, that turned out pretty good. Of course, this doesn't look that great, but we may make some changes to that. Now we need to do this side over here. And I think we're going to use this, this one with a what's he called? Is he a firefly? No, that's not a fly. That's a, it's going to drive me crazy till I can tell you now. I'm real bad at bugs and stuff. Okay. I always tear it when I get to the end. Let me check my time. Okay, we have 10 minutes. I can't be as late as we were last time. Oh my gosh. I'm going to go ahead and run it. And those of you that want to watch it that long, you can. But I apologize about that. I just got so distracted and was having fun. And you guys, and all at once, I was like, oh my goodness, the time. It's like 14 minutes over. That's not acceptable. That's what I told myself. That is not acceptable. Okay. I watch everybody and they pull it and it's so nice and straight. I mean, I have pretty good luck, but recently, I guess it's because my left hand is kind of weak. So, of course, that's not all that's going on with me, but it's nothing to have people worrying about. So, I am gonna wait. Tell you if I need to. Yeah. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see. I might turn this one a different direction too. We don't want them perfect, right? I should have used these butterfly ones on the front because they really look good on the front. So I'm thinking if we put it like this, we can have, you know, the whole thing almost covered. And I may not even need, I may be able to take it all the way out to the end. I am. Okay, so beware. It's going to go out to the end. And it's going to go sideways. And that's okay. Okay, let's see if we can get it to cooperate. Perfect. I thought I was going to have to run a long piece of paper across the top, but I don't. So that's awesome. Nice. Okay, now we have across the top up there. Let me see if these pink flowers will work. They will. And they're not inked either. Good grief. Good grief. Well, I think it's because I didn't decide on an area for them. That can make a difference. All right. Okay, let's go. Let's see if I can put it somewhere where you can see what I'm doing. I'm trying. This thing's just bulky. I have to clean off my desk better next time. Because sometimes that is hard. Okay, now, one last long strip. Blah. And I think this one will work great. Except we're going to need a little bit at the end, which is where this one comes in. Okay, let's put the small one in first. And I'm trying to decide which direction's what. Okay. So we'll do it like this. But I really want to, I really would prefer to do it like, I need to cut it off some. That's what I need to do. It's going to be too long or too wide. I want it this way, but I don't want it to have to cover up everything. So, let's see if I can tear it sideways. That will be a first for my crippled hands. Okay. Okay. Now, let's put this small one in under here. Let's do it like that. Yeah. Let's take this off. Okay, let's do this one. We're almost done with this portion. I'm trying to decide now, do we want to stitch around it? I'm thinking I do. So if I decide to stitch on it, I will do that before I come back on camera. And then we can all see it together. And the reason I want to do that is really just because of what just happened. It has a tendency to come up, you know, especially if you're bending on it like we are. But that's okay. We'll just stitch it down when it doesn't behave, right? Okay, tear it right here. Okay, almost done. Little ink. All right, now let me tear this paper out because it's pretty grody. Okay, now let's get this last strip on, and then we will be ready to end this video, and I will be able to rest a little bit. I've kind of been going at it all day. You know how that is, right? Just wears you out. Okay, guys, I hope you had fun doing this. Now, see, it is automatically wanting to go back to its old fold. But Paula's not going to let that happen. And yes, that's what the grandkids call me, Grammy. Okay, so we got to do it back up like this. I'll work on it and get it all back in place and glue down anything that didn't stick like we want it to. And I think we'll be good to go on that. Oh, and I still got to cover the back. Yeehaw. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. I don't know what video or how much I'm going to do on this or anything. I've got to get it done by a certain time because I just need to. All right, guys, see you in the next video. Love you guys. Bye-bye now.